Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for Golden State, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And Stephen Curry, one of the guys we'll be seeing tonight, is one of the most exciting and dynamic players in the league. Kenny, you know what I like to say. He makes it look effortless. Maybe the best shooter of all time. You ready to go that far?
Of all time?
You ready to go that far?
I just can't give it to you after that few of seasons. I just say that
he won a championship.
Yes, he won a championship.
He's up there with us now. He's in the house.
He's in the house.
He can get in the party.
But Reggie Miller and Ray Allen had done it over a longer block of time.
Not like Steph Curry done it.
But he's done it bigger in a shorter span. So I will still go with my two guys, Reggie and Ray.
You know, his career from three-point, Ernie, he's 44%, which is insane. And listen, he's not taking one or two a game. He's taking 9 three-pointers a game. Long three-pointers, deep, off the dribble. Splaka Kataya.
And that's why I say he makes it look
effortless.
Time for tip-off as we send it to Kevin Harlan.
It's Western Conference time for the traveling Golden State Warriors today. We're in San Antonio. The Spurs with home court playing here at the AT&T Center. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Curry in at the 1.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Here's Curry, following the basket by Tim Duncan. The shot by Curry, no good. Thompson against Green. Now here's Parker. D right on him. Outside Aldridge. Cannot hit. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Inside runner. Curry's shot is good.
That's a tough shot for anyone. Those runners need a soft touch.
The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Parker kicks to Duncan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
That's a terrific set that they just ran.
Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Curry against Parker. Parker with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio. It's rebounded by Golden State. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Curry with a wide open look. Green dishes to Barnes. That's good. Barnes has got his first 2 points.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2.
Curry against Parker. 13 feet away. That's good.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
Warriors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. inside Curry. Ring shot on the way. And the rebound goes to Duncan.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Aldridge, good.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Bogut sets a screen for Curry. Over in the corner, Barnes fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Now Parker. Duncan with a screen on Curry. Parker up top, guarded by Curry. And Duncan gets it to go on the assist by Parker. And it's 6 points for Tim Duncan.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Parker against Curry. Bogut the pass to Thompson. No good on the three. San Antonio leading. Parker kicks to Leonard. Green the screen. Puts up a three. And Tony Parker hits the three. Parker's got 5.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Spurs leading by 3. Inside, here's Duncan. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. He's got 8.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low. Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness. There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Parker inside. Curry meets him. Here's Aldridge. The Warriors pull it in.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor.
Here's Leonard following the basket by Stephen Curry. Aldridge with a screen on Thompson. Clock at 6. Leonard attacking. Duncan gets a wide open look. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game.
Now Parker following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. It's Parker with the drive. The shot from the low post is good. Parker's got 7 points in the game. San Antonio. Mills comes in for Tony Parker. Warriors have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Green kicks to Barnes. Now here's Thompson. He has 5. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Barnes. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Spurs have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Mills dishes to Leonard. Green, the screen. Thompson against Leonard. Takes the 3. Shot is no good. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Over in the corner, Barnes. The feed to Bogut. On the wing, Thompson. Guarded by Green. Shoots, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Boris Diaz checked in for Aldridge. Anderson comes in for Leonard. And Martin subbed in for Green. Golden State also making some changes. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Well, you've got Greg Popovich, and I think he puts this at times grumpy demeanor in a more of a spotlight. He's playing along, as we all know, with the sideline reporters. He knows, Greg, you know this firsthand, when to turn it on, when to turn it off. He can be as compassionate a person, Clark, that you and I have ever been around.
Yeah, he's competitive, but he understands that we're all human, and he treats people the right way all the time.
And guys, every time we think Patty Mills is going to take the next step in his development, he takes a step back. Last season, he shot career lows from the field and behind the arc after having one of his best ever campaigns the year before. That really just makes a coach pull his hair out, and fortunately, me, I don't have it.
Back to Mills. The Spurs could have used his contributions last year. Parker was hobbled. Corey Joseph was still learning. Mills didn't put together consistent efforts and ended up losing minutes, Clark, because of it.
Yeah, you know, Mills had the opportunity to make an impact for a championship contender. That chance doesn't come very often, unfortunately. He couldn't make the most of it.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
And he knocks down the first one. And Klay Thompson, born into an athletic family. His father, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft. And Clark, his mom, was a Division I volleyball player.
And, you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended up playing college ball at Washington State. You know, you take a look at this group of Spurs and you wonder if they've peaked. I mean, it seems you say that a lot with this team and they prove you wrong. But Popovich said last year he feels it might actually be the case.
Dion, another one falls for San Antonio.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
Livingston kicks to Spates. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston. You know, one thing about this San Antonio team, they just didn't go away last year. Pop himself said he felt they peaked in the 2014 finals.
You know, and you wonder if what Pop said is true. Spurs lost in the first round last year, and they'll be going through a lot of changes in the near future. And with the way they run that organization, they'll still be competing, I believe, for quite some time.
Here's Mills. Second chance shot, and it's West getting it to go. And the Spurs lead by 7.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job #1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Now here's Green. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Mills passes to Anderson. And here is West. Back to Anderson. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And it's Martin missing. Warriors trail by 7. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, Kevin, a moment ago, Steve Kerr and I were able to chat. We talked about David West and what makes him such a tough player to defend. Coach said, West is special because he's so skilled for a player of his size and strength. He can score inside and also spread the floor with his shooting. He can have a quiet night and still drop 20 and 10. So we've got to stay conscious of him at all times. Guys, we'll see how they do against him.
All right, Doris, thanks. State. Ezeli comes in for Green, and it's Barbosa in for Klay Thompson. A minute 50 left in the first quarter. Barbosa kicks to Ezeli. Iguodala outside. Golden State moving it around. Here's Spates. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Spurs leading by 9. And Mills kicks to Martin. He dishes it to Diaw. 1:21 left to play here in the first. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Spates. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Well, go ahead and just hammer it home, why don't you?
He might not be the athlete that some of the other big men are in this league. But my goodness, he still knows how to finish.
Well, he doesn't count on elevation or hang time, that's for sure, but he can still get it in the basket. There are certain things, guys, that you can always count on in life. Death, taxes, and of course the Spurs winning 50 games in the regular season. Happened for the 16th straight season last year.
Here's Mills. He's got 5. Diaw, the screen. Mills dishes to West. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, keeping in mind the Spurs have won 50 games or more for many years in a row, Greg, there are teams out there who can drive cars who have not even seen the Spurs not win 50 games at least in a year.
And the way the Spurs keep on building this team, it's not as if that streak's going to end anytime soon. Those kids might have a chance to vote and do much more before they fail to see the Spurs win 50 games.
And David West drops them both.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
Now here is Barbosa. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. No good from Spates.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Spates against Anderson. Tries it from 9. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And that's now 6 points for David West. Here is Livingston. Feeds to Spates. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw. From deep. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. It's the Spurs ending the first quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, very demanding. Throughout the years, he was hardest on his point guard, Tony Parker. And here's what Parker had to say about that.
My first 3-4 years, it was tough sometimes. Sometimes, like, eyes watered. I was, like, really angry, and it was tough at times. Definitely very hard on me early in my career.
Even though it seems like that was a very long time ago now, to hear Tony Parker talk about it now, it still sounds very fresh to him.
Did he acknowledge, Kevin, that he cried?
It sounds like it, yeah.
The game made him cry. That's one of the things fans forget about with professional athletes. No matter how successful they get, players never forget that pain and frustration or those other emotions they've gone through to help get them to where they are.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And, you know, the Spurs have been rolling right along, haven't they?
It's all about the depth, really. The bench has been the difference. The bench play really has separated these two teams.
Yeah, it's been a huge advantage for them. That bench has really made a nice contribution.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter, they've got Festus Ezeli. Harrison Barnes is out there with Iguodala. Then it's Curry. And it's Barbosa in at the shooting guard. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Iguodala knows just how deadly his teammates can be from outside, and he looks for them to get their shot before getting his own. I think this situation for him in Golden State's perfect for his skill set.
The Warriors have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
You look at the metrics for it, Clark, and Iguodala is onto something. He just knows to look for the best team shots.
Yeah, he's got a really good basketball IQ, and I think it's his selflessness that allows him to tap into that, especially at the offensive end. Rarely forces situations offensively.
And Iguodala drops them both. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And Parker, here we go. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Oh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Here's Curry following the bucket by the Spurs. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Clark. Nailed from three-point land. Clark's got his first 3 points of the game.
Guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering. when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of the season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they wanted.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Golden State. And the second free throw, good. Last season, Clark, the Spurs kept on winning as usual. They passed the Lakers, in fact, for the best winning percentage all time for a franchise.
Well, some of that has to do with the struggles the Lakers had last season, but more of it is credit to the Spurs. Consistency and high-quality play has been who they are and have been for 2 decades.
Now here's Curry. 6 points for him. Shoots from the right block. Here's Green. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Parker passes to Leonard. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Aldridge. They get it back. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Clark. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Clark's got 5.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Parker drives in. Duncan kicks to Leonard. Lets it go with the 3. And he gets it to go.
And with the Spurs and their winning percentage, it's right above 60. Not bad for a team that joined the NBA back in 1977.
Here's Clark. He's got 5. Back to Curry. Again, Curry missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Here's Parker. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
A lot of the Spurs' success, guys, with their winning percentage has come since the 90s. The way they are put together, who knows how high they can push that franchise winning percentage.
Here's Clark. Back to Green. Shoots over Leonard. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Green. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Oh, here's Parker. He's got 7. And Ginobili wide open. He shoots from outside off the mark.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Clark dishes to Curry. To the paint. Here's Green. The second effort. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Back to Parker. Fires from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ginobili. 10 points for Parker.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Barnes against Leonard. Barnes kicks to Bogut. Clark the pass to Barnes. Pass to Clark from 10 feet out. And the rejection by Leonard. San Antonio leading by 9. Duncan outside. Leonard dishes to Aldridge. Shot is off. Nice D from Bogut.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Curry with it. Picked up by Aldridge. Parker against Barnes. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Spurs.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
A different look now for San Antonio. West is checked in for Duncan. Green comes in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. And then for Golden State, Spates checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Thompson in for Steph Curry. And so Clark nails both of them.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settling.
Now here's Mills. He's got 5. That's good from West on the assist by Mills. And it's 8 points for David West.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Green kicks to Clark. Thompson against Green. Green with a screen on Green. It's Thompson off the drive. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Thompson's got 9 points.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah, right,
No.
Right. He probably just thrown on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. Some changes here for the Spurs. Anderson, he's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Martin in for Kawhi Leonard. The Warriors also with a sub. Livingston's checked in. Spurs leading by 7. Mills with it. He's got 5. Pass to West. Left block shot on the way. Good on the jump shot. West has got 10 points. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Livingston kicks to Green. The dish to Livingston. Green, the screen. 6 to shoot. Rush outside. San Antonio with the rebound. Now Mills. He kicks to Martin. Deep 2 from Anderson. Thompson with the rebound.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Over to the wing. Green left side. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Green's got 4 points this quarter. San Antonio leading by 7. Picked by West. Now here's Mills. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target from outside. Warriors shooting 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. Here is Livingston, covered by Martin. Livingston passes to Spates. Nice work there coming off the screen. Now just a 5-point Spurs lead.
They're leaning on that mid-range shot right now. That's 6 of their last 10 points from that area.
And it's working. As long as the defense gives you space, hey, let it fly. And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here is Livingston. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Outside, Martin. The pass to Mills. outside for Martin. Takes the three. Good. And it's a 10-point San Antonio lead.
They brought up their three-point percentage this quarter. They're shooting it well right now. The defense may need to think about making some kind of adjustment to slow that down.
He's checked in for Green. On defense, San Antonio. 10-point lead. Passes it to Thompson. Iguodala outside. Here's the screen. Kicks to Rush. Shot clock at 6. Thompson inside the line. Beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. Spurs leading by 10. Well, David West's usage and overall numbers have ticked away with time. He's still as efficient as ever.
Yeah, not the over 50% field goal guy he used to be, but still a valuable contributor on the block.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
2 minutes.
And Thompson kicks to Spates. No good again that time. For San Antonio, they've gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. A minute 42 left now here in the second. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Mills. He has 7. No good.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Here's Rush, guarded by Green. Rush dishes to Spates. Fade away. Spates missing again. San Antonio leading by 12. Green inside the three-point line, and it's Klay Thompson with the rebound.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Livingston kicks to Rush. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists now in this one. San Antonio's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down to the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
And it's Iguodala with the jam.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Mark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Now, here is Martin. He's got 5. 13 feet away. Nice jump shot. Good. Martin's got 7 points.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in a washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
6 seconds left in the first half. There's the 3. And that does it for the first half of play. Spurs lead by 8. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, here with Stephen Curry. And Steph, you've had to deal with a lot of defensive pressure. What do you need to do to counteract that?
I just got to slow down. I mean, We're playing good defense, trying to trap the ball screens and take them out the three-point line. But, you know, just got to be aggressive, keep getting shots up, making the right plays, and no turnaround.
Steph, thank you so much. Kevin, it's not easy in the NBA.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It was all about San Antonio as the game got going. During one stretch, they were leading by as many as 11, really playing as a unit. After a well-executed first quarter, they held the lead by 11. Momentum shifted slightly in the second quarter, causing them to lose some traction, but they still ended the half up by 8. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
You know what, Ernie? I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Golden State?
Well, it's never easy to play on the road, and the score reflects that. Just doesn't seem like they're well prepared for this matchup. Every time they tried to make a run, they got derailed. I think to refocus their efforts in the second half, they're going to need to play with a lot more determination for a chance to win this.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Second half beginning in just a moment.
Really an extraordinary game for Thompson. He has 12 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Warriors trail by 8.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Duncan is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Parker in at the point guard position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. And here is Parker. Harrison Barnes getting it to go from deep. Puts it up. And it's Aldridge missing. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
You know, the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play, and those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball, and we know he can stroke it from long range.
Now here's Parker. Leonard sets a screen for Parker. And it's sent back by Bogut. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. It's stolen by Green. Curry against Parker. He feeds it to Aldridge. Aldridge with a screen on Green. Shoots from the elbow. And the shot no good, a bit short. Well, Greg, for Thompson, a hard-working defender. You were talking about it. Do you think Clark, his offensive style, frees him up to put more energy into defense?
Well, you know, it could be. I mean, he's extremely smooth. He's uber smooth in how he operates. He doesn't have to drive the lane and absorb a lot of contact to get his shot off, and he's quick and efficient with his offense. So that does leave him more energy for the defense to do.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Duncan. Misses off the right iron.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
To the wing on the left. Outside Curry. For the tie. And the shot is good. Curry's got 8 points.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Duncan with a screen on Curry. Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Green. And it's good in the assist by Parker. He has 5.
Finally get one to drop after starting the half with 4 straight clanks.
Bogut sets a screen for Curry. Over in the corner, Barnes. Moves back up. Bogut.
Guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
Free throw good, Bogut. No good on the second free throw. The number 1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
You know, going back to Bogut's fanfare entering the league, was 3rd in Rookie of the Year balloting. Then he went on to have some solid, if unspectacular, years, though his shot blocking and defense were always strong.
Both free throws good from Green.
And guys, one thing people often forget to mention about Bogut, his passing. What sets him apart as a big man is his court vision, and whether it's from the high post or low post, he can create opportunities for his teammates. Look at the handles. Gets through the D and then powers it home.
Such a pretty move inside. Clark, how do you stop that?
You don't, Kevin. I mean, as a defender, you got to just stash that one in the memory bank and make sure it doesn't burn you the next time. Clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Barnes can't get it to go.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Green, the pass to Duncan. And that's collected by Bogut. Bogut's got his 6th rebound on the night. In the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Curry dishes to Green. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And he recovers it. Curry against Parker. Offensive rebound. Barnes. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact in. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
You look at what Barnes has done so far. He has 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
A nice bounce back here for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Boris Diaz checked in for San Antonio. Ginobili comes in for Daniel Green. Then for the Warriors, Lazili comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Barbosa in for Klay Thompson.
I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
And here is Barnes. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Curry kicks to Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And it's 6 points for Draymond Green.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year. And that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of the game.
And so here is Golden State. Diaw missing his last shot. Here's Barbosa. Duncan with the block. Here is Parker. 10 points for him. Diaw with it. Parker outside. Diaw with a screen on Barnes. And there's the call on Ginobili. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Warriors trail by 3, and he dumps it down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Duncan with the screen for Parker. Tries it from the top of the key, and too long on the shot.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
There's a good screen. Barbosa's shot is off. San Antonio's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Parker with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And the rejection by Azili. And it's the Warriors on the break. And that one's good. Barnes.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Leonard on the wing from the arc. And Barbosa pulls it down.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Now here's Curry. He's got 8. Barnes can't get it to go.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
Here's Duncan. It's a 1-point game. Dishes it to Leonard. 4 on the clock. Tries to snap the cold streak. Another miss by Leonard.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, Clark, no doubt about it.
Curry can't get it to go. Curry's gone only 4 of 11 from the field. Now Parker, 10 points for him. Poked away. It's Ginobili with the drive. The Warriors pull it in. Curry's got 5 rebounds tonight. You can point to any number of things, Clark. The Warriors did well last year. Their play on the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road wins.
The feed now to Barbosa. It's hauled in by Ginobili.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Duncan outside. He dishes it to Ginobili. Feeds it to Diaw. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Diaw's got 6.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Fellas, you look at Boris Diaw and say, my goodness, if he could just get in better shape. But he uses every bit of that significant backside of his to his advantage. Opponents can't get through him or around him, so he's making good use of the extra LBs.
Right now, Doris.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through West. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Mills, 7 points in the game. West a screen on Curry, and Mills kicks to Diaw. Shot clock at 6. For the lead, and it's good. Through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they pay for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Some changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Festus Ezeli, and Ian Clark subbed in for Steph Curry. And that one falls for Diaw.
And you really got to admire Boris Diaw. I mean, he's found a way to kind of reform his game as he's gotten older. I mean, so different than when he was new to the league.
Here's Clark. 7 points in the game. Pass to Spates. Shot from 12. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Spates has got it all tied up now for the Warriors. Diaw lost his athleticism and is a slower player than before. You could argue he's more productive now, though, Clark, than ever.
Well, his game was always on the ground in my mind. He's highly skilled. He's much more cerebral on the floor than given credit. I mean, I think he is really a difficult matchup because he's crafty, he's tough, and he's experienced and skilled.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Green, and it's blocked. Anderson outside. Pass to Mills. Here's the dish to Diaw. Outside, Martin. Anderson kicks to Mills. This one for 3. Count the bucket. Mills has got 10 points.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Here is Livingston. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Andre Iguodala. And for the Spurs, they're shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. And here's Mills. He's got 10. He kicks it to West. No good. So Golden State will take it the other way. The pass to Clark. No one near him. Almost, but it rolls out. So it's San Antonio now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. West passes to Anderson. There's the pick. Pick by West. Martin wide open. He fires. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly. Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
Now here is Martin. There's 25 seconds left in the third. That one goes. Count it. The Owls got 11.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Here is Livingston. Passes to Spates. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Livingston's got his 5th assist in this one. Martin. Shot is off. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Spurs out in front, leading by 4. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. To what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. San Antonio with the ball. 4-point game. And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Iguodala out there with Rush. And it's Bogut in at the 5. Now here's Green. 5 on the clock. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Warriors trail by 4. Outside Curry. Inside, out left to the wing. Thompson dishes to Bogut. And Rush kicks to Curry. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down. Curry's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Warriors. Down low, here's Aldridge. Banked in off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 4.
He hasn't really done much on the offensive end. But he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer. San Antonio with the rebound. Duncan's got 8 rebounds in this game. Parker with it. Screen by Duncan. Now Parker. 6 to shoot. From 11 feet away. Rebound by Iguodala. Warriors trail by 4. Outside Curry. Back to Iguodala. Curry against Aldridge. Curry kicks to Thompson. Iguodala setting the pick for Thompson. Curry outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's 13 points for Steph Curry.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Duncan. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Golden State's got the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Back to Iguodala. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Kicks it to Leonard. Baseline jumper. Tries again, and he lays it up and in. And that's 12 points for Tony Parker.
How about the hands on display there around the basket? I mean, he does not let those opportunities slip away, and that allows the lead to grow.
Now here's Bogut. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Warriors. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Aldridge's screen. Leonard against Thompson. Leonard attacking from 15 feet away, and the basket good. A bank shot that time. And the Spurs lead by 5. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Iguodala kicks to Barnes. Thompson outside. Bogut back up on top. Back to Thompson. 5 to shoot. Rebound by Tony Parker. Parker's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. He feeds it to Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing. Warriors trail by 5. Iguodala kicks to Curry. Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And that's 17 points for Klay Thompson. The Spurs have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Parker against Curry. It's stolen by Bogut. Now here's Curry. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Duncan's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Parker kicks to Leonard. Duncan outside. Back to Leonard. Clock at 6. Shot, high post. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Bogut. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Barnes can't get it to go. Spurs leading by 3. Parker outside. And Leonard has it in the corner. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Thompson passes to Barnes. Bogut with a screen on Parker. It's Thompson off the drive, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Parker dishes to Leonard. A fadeaway. Another miss by Leonard.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Curry with it. He's picked up by Parker to take the lead. Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got 7 points for the quarter.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunities.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Dishes it to Green. Back to Aldridge. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. And the Spurs lead by 1. Clark, neither team with a big advantage here in the fourth quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
And Clark, that could rise again before we're through.
Leonard against Barnes. Now here's Parker, guarded closely. Good defense by Iguodala.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Now here's Parker. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Parker kicks to Duncan. On the wing, Green. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Bogut's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Curry passes to Thompson. Iguodala outside. Lets the 3 fly. Shot is off. Good D by Parker.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
Green against Thompson. Duncan kicks to Parker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. From the line, count it, number 5 from the 4 this game. He's now 5 of 11.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
The feed to Bogut. A three from Barnes. AT that time from Leonard.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
They set the pick. Green kicks to Aldridge. Parker outside. Green, the screen. Leonard, that's for two. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
And so it's San Antonio with it. The Warriors making the shot. Back to Parker. He dishes it to Leonard. Duncan, a screen. Shot off the pick. But they get it back. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
One of the big stories is second chance point. They've just been terrific here in the second half in that area.
Mills, who's checked in for Parker. And the Warriors also making a change. Green, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Duncan, no good on that one.
And the Spurs being the defending champions out west heading into last year, but they would end up 6th in the conference with a record of 55-27, had a record of 32-20 against the rest of the West.
Now here's Curry, and it's all evened up. Curry's got 12 points here in the second half.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Now here's Mills, guarded by Curry. Aldridge misses. We knew the West was going to be wild and very competitive all season long last year, and the Spurs, Clark, epitomized just how crazy and tough things can be there.
Yeah, and with about 3 weeks left in the season, the Spurs were sitting in the 7th playoff spot. Then they go on a tear and win 11 games in a row to jump to number 2. Finally lose one game, and they're all the way back to 6.
And here's Mills. Harrison Barnes getting it to go from deep. Plenty of daylight on that shot. And 11 points for Leonard.
Nightmarish fourth quarter, just 2 of 9 shooting anybody's game, and that's one reason why.
Curry kicks to Barnes. Leonard with the steal. Here's Mills. Warriors with the rebound. Thompson left side. Here's Curry with the three, and another three for Golden State.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
To check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He told them, guys, we're getting bogged down in the half court. Let's get out and run, see what's available in early offense. If there's nothing there, we can always back it out and run our sets. Good advice, Kevin.
Leonard dishes to Mills. Screen by Duncan. A minute 42 left to play in the final quarter. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. Now it's a 5-point Warrior lead.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, it's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses. You did not seem happy about how things are going on right now and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. Feeds it to Aldridge. Feeds away. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
Here is Curry. Bogut sets a screen for Thompson, and that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Curry, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Curry's got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the inside. Here's Duncan. He gets the rim with a two-handed slam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Now here's Mills. Green passes to Mills. There's Green, plenty of space, and that's collected by Bogut. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so too. Clark, a critical possession right here.
Boy, Kevin, you can just feel the crowd on pins and needles right now.
From the stripe, Warriors with the rebound. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Curry. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. 6 to shoot. Green, the screen. Releases. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And that's an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
And here's Mills for three. Misses the shot. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were able to really help out your team on the offensive end. What enabled such a big night of productivity for you?
Well, I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job of finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.